Yeah, I'm from Nashville. No. I'm from the real Nashville. Natives in Nashville, raised on the west side when Preston Taylor was the jungle. Rappers didn't mumble, gangsters didn't dance. You got popped, you wore a muzzle. Streets had it cold, we don't know you, we don't love you. Now I'm standing in the crowd full of strangers in my city with some kid from California singing Conway Twitty. In my feelings, cause I'm feeling like the villain in the field. To be real, I don't recognize half the people here. There's a tear in my beard, make a toast, take a cheer. Live for the night, yesterday disappeared when they tore down my neighborhood. High-rise condo, friends in high places, fly high mondo.
I got blood drops in my whiskey. There's too many neon lights. No familiar hometown faces beneath these guitars late at night. These were stomping grounds once upon a time. Now it's all glam and flashy. I guess I'm old school, going down slow like them outlaw classics. It's that tequila, drinking coke, sniffing pill, popping poke, pimping, go get it. I'ma fuck around and leave with both women certified Nashvilleans, baby. We don't catch feelings, addicted to bad bitches, adrenaline fast living, record label, send a contract, I wipe my ass with it. Outlaws, no ass kissing, just like Johnny Cash did it. Yeah, this city, we been going hard long before they named the bars after country music stars. These cars tell them stories of them barroom brawls. The nights we stood in line to hit a line in bathroom stalls. Hit that Tiger Market 30 deep on Friday night. We gon' cruise, holler at girls, and just ride all night. I got blood drops in my whiskey. There's too many neon lights. No familiar hometown faces beneath these guitars late at night. These were stomping grounds once upon a time. Now it's all glam and flashy. I guess I'm old school, going down slow like them outlaw classics. So now I'm 17 years old, still wet behind my fucking ears. 5 deep in the prime of Monte Carlo, bumping through the Ville. Country as a mater from the outskirts of the sketchy danger zone. All I knew was eating chickens, chasing girls, and getting home. Past 2 o'clock, Music City went to sleep. Now it's me in New York City with a bunch of shiny teeth. Yeah, they running out of room, but dog, I'm used to pushing and shoving. I dove in every bar from Broadway to fucking DeMario. You ain't never seen a man with no legs jam out with the fiddle. You ain't never seen the witch with spoons get down and wear the whistle. You ain't never been surrounded by some rich kids up his band. He broke a beer bottle and chased them bitches all the way to Cactus West. Blood drops in my whiskey. There's too many neon lights. No familiar hometown faces beneath these guitars late at night. These were stomping grounds once upon a time. Now it's all glam and flashy. I guess I'm old school, going down slow like them outlaw classics.
Let the band play.
Church. I am the redneck bitch. Ha! Hillbilly. Hey! Hillbilly. Yeah! Hillbilly. Came from the bottom like well water, bitch, 6-string, quick picking, what's good, motherfucker? Ribbon flag, bandana, chromed out, Harley Davidson, damn motherfucker. I stay all up in the limelight, higher than a damn kite. Might be sipping whiskey, trying to story of a bar fight. On MTV with a torchlight, smoking up a blunt while I'm playing with some terrorite bitch. I'm the barefoot rapper, everybody keeping distance from. You hear my name, you know I don't play what the fuck I'm about, where I came from. I know a lot of rednecks, know a lot of real thugs, know a lot of hillbillies, toting scraped up guns, know a lot of motherfuckers in the hunters where I'm from. With a huge pig farm, no fingers, no thumb. Hillbilly. Clear bottom to your head to the beat of my kick drum. Raised in the South, rough hands with slick tongues. Ain't no shit, start of a bitch, come they get some. Sipping on yeast, I'm a 5-gallon milk jug, middle finger kind of guy. Packing me a big ass 1911. Truck so motherfucking loud, God could probably hear that shit way up in heaven. I'm the guy these wannabes rap about in damn near all their weak verses. Got that fire like a devil's son, but you know I'm accepted in all churches. Death to these weak rappers in the studio in a black hearse. Bitch, I'm sick like Zika virus. I'm the king now, son, bitch, close. Hillbilly. Hillbilly. shit, you could bite me. No Facebook beef. If you wanna come and fight me, don't like button heads like a down like a bull. Stick my thumb in your head and the mouth like a skull. Oh yeah.
Oh Lord, I ain't never gonna run from no one. You fucking with the wrong one, yeah. 'Cause you can get it right, you can get it right. Run up, catch hell, take this L, you can get it right. Oh Lord, I ain't never gonna run from no one. You fucking with the wrong one, yeah. 'Cause you can get it right, you can get it right. Run up, catch hell, take this L, you can get it right. My throne, this is my throne. Heavy is the crown and this shit is so cold like my veins. I ain't never lied, casting out these demons like I'm casting out a line. Okay, chill, calm your horses. You get killed like abortions. I'm so real, make you feel them bullets hit you in your torso. How you want it, you can get it. Split them like some firewood. I'm just out here by myself. Wish a motherfucker would. Okay, hit him with a buckshot, no fuck shit. Go ahead, call the cops, no fucks to give. What's up, bitch? Looking for a lick, well shit, I'm pissed. I don't need no pistol, hit him with fist. Life's a bitch, mine's a hooker and she's rich. And I'm a pimp, so up that money, miss me with that funny shit. Country rappers make me sick, half of y'all can't rap for shit. Coming at you like a pit, then I'm passing you like Vic. I feel bad for laughing when this half-ass rapping gonna quit. I ain't known for running, but just know I came to run this shit for real. Oh Lord, I ain't never gonna run from no one. You fucking with the wrong one, yeah. 'Cause you can get it right, you can get it right. Run up, catch hell, take this L, you can get it right.
Oh Lord, I ain't never gonna run from no one. You fucking with the wrong one, yeah. 'Cause you can get it right, you can get it right. Run up, catch hell, take this L, you can get it right. 2 times, hit 'em 2 times. Casting out these demons like I'm casting out a line. I ain't lying, fist fighting. Who it like a girl in the woods, spinning tires. Painless like a pearl. Ayy, we got the sauce, you with the crust. Feel the hit, sit down deep in your gut. One total gunshot, made the barn rock with the fuck. Middle finger up, cook 'em in the crock pot. High bad while he's running, what up? You ain't never seen me coming, shut up. All my critics, mind your business. Ain't hear nothing but some crickets. Butter you up like homemade biscuits. Don't kiss ass, but damn sure kick it. Bitches, I'm up in these trenches, but still looking like a princess. Princess up and lifted trucks. No DJ, but I mix it up. No replay, so live it up. Don't take L's, we winning, yup. We winning. Come get it. You fake it. We live. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh Lord, I ain't never gonna run from no one. You fucking with the wrong one, yeah. 'Cause you can get it right, you can get it right. Run up, catch hell, take this L, you can get it right. Oh Lord, I ain't never gonna run from no one. You fucking with the wrong one, yeah. 'Cause you can get it right, you can get it right. Run up, catch hell, take this L, you can get it right.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rugged red glare, the bombs burst
Well, welcome everybody here tonight to Next Gen Racing, iRacing.com, Daytona 100, Season 3 of the High Country Trucking Series. Tonight we got about 38 trucks that have all made it to the track for qualifying, just finishing up happy hour just a few minutes ago. We're going to ride around here with the 99 of Eric Blunt on his opening laps in qualifying. These gentlemen only have 5 minutes to lay down any type of qualifying lap that they want, if they even want to qualify. Since there's only 38 trucks in the field tonight, all 38 will make the race. So some may elect to just stay in pit road. Some may rather try to go out there and be in the front and have to not dodge the wrecks and the mishaps and keep it out there, as we see Eric coming to the line to take the green flag, to take his first timed lap of the qualifying session. As you see right there, nothing showing up right now for Eric. I mean, because he's on his first timed lap, so there's nothing to really go off of at this point in time. So not quite sure what's going to happen. Is I believe it was the 5 car of Brandon Hartwell that led practice. I have to double check that, but I'm pretty sure that's who led practice at the end of it. Guys got out there, mixed it up a little bit in packs, see what their trucks were doing. You see Eric cross the line for his first time lap. Plates coming in at 4th right now. We're going to let him go on his second lap here, dropping down 5th as we get some other trucks out there taking their laps. Looks like right now we have the 66 of Donnie Stobbs in first place right now on pole position, followed by the 53 of Darren. Third we have Tommy Rush. In 4th, Carl Dotson. Well, Carl just got bumped to 5th, as you see Eric falling further down the field as more people going out getting faster first laps. We'll see how he's able to do on this second lap here. He gets ready to cross the line right there. Able to improve back up to 4th, but you got to think that some of these guys are going to be able to improve their position, as we're going to ride along here with. Actually, we're going to have to try to jump over here, see if I can't find anybody. Looks like most of the trucks that are out there are slowing it down. We jump on board with the 8 of Brian Kaufman. Seems like he's just now getting up to speed. As of right now, Carl Dotson in the 87 is on pole position, was able to go up there and run a fast lap. Grab that pole position away as we stand right now. Not too many other trucks out there on track. Looks like we have about the top 10, 11 trucks figured out so far. Wonder if any other drivers are going to get on out there and try to start up front instead of running in the back. As we see Brian crossing the line right there for his first lap. Coming in at 11th. You're going to notice he's going to stay low, glued to that yellow line for his second lap. That's the shortest way around the track, so most of the time it is the fastest, especially if you can get the momentum up around the outside on that warm-up lap and that first lap. Just get the RPMs up and going, and most of the time when you can do that, you can manage to pull out a faster second lap. We see him ducking down in 3 and 4 right now, still tucked right down on that yellow line, just ever so slightly. Don't really want to drive on top of it because it gets a little bumpy and the truck can get out of shape a little bit. But we're going to ride around with Brian as he crosses the line, see if he can improve that 14th. And he does only up to 12th, though. Gotta imagine most of these trucks are probably all over top of each other as far as what the board is. As you see right there, qualifying has came to an end here already. That was a fast 5 minutes. We're going to go ahead and give you the qualifying rundown there, just so you can get an idea of kind of what happened. As you see, that Carl Dotson was able to keep that. Andrew Power right there in second. PJ Popham's usually always fast everywhere we go, slotting in third, followed by Eric Blunt, Brian Britt, David Smith Jr., Donnie Stobbs, Richard Smith the second, Darren, Lance Yancey, Colton Geist, Cody Terry, Brian Coffin, Tommy Rush, John Jenkins, Paul Bull, I can't see that, Bullwick or something like that, Berthwick, hell, I don't know. Brandon Hartwell right behind him. We got the 9 of Travis Smith back there in 18th. Brian Mescal Jr., our defending series champion. Chose looks like just to barely even get out there and ride around, maybe knock the dust off those tires or something in 19th. Rounding out your top 20, the 19 of Rick Riney. As the cars are going to get ready to grid here. You see most of the trucks already out there right now. See, once again, we're going to be able to run through the field here. As you're looking down pit road at all of these trucks, all these drivers just anxious, ready to get these first couple laps of 2019 under their belts. Brian Mescal Jr.'s got to be back there thinking, how am I going to start this season off on the right foot after gaining that first championship? I'm sure he's anxious to get up there and do well, but anybody that's ever raced these super speedways knows that it's a little bit of luck, a little bit of skill. It doesn't always work out your way. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Alright, we're going to join up with the field now. As soon as I take that stuff down. There it goes. Oops, sorry, guys. I think I was doing rather well until I just, sorry, I laugh at myself. Most broadcasters would just, work through that right there and just pull it all down without, laughing and joking at themselves. But it's kind of me and who I am, what I do. I just always bullshit, to be honest with you. That's what I like to do. But I'll tell you who's not going to be bullshit, and that's these 38 truck drivers out here tonight. They're not going to be playing any games. Some of them might play nice for a little while, partner up, get a little group going together, try to get some pit strategy worked out if we go green flag racing. But I promise you, when it comes to the end and a win, nobody is anybody's friend. That is for sure. Alright, as Next Gen Racing High Country Trucking Series Season 3 is about to begin. The pace car lights are off. It's going to be ducking down any minute. There it goes. As your leader, the number 87, Carl Dotson, fires off on the bottom line down there. These trucks are all off side by side. Already some action down there. Looked like Brandon Hartwell may have gotten turned a little bit on the start. Not quite sure. As he's dropping fast, no caution as he slid through the grass. He's going to be well behind the pack now. It's going to be really tough for him to stay on the lead lap. Oh man, that's kind of a little bit of a heartbreaker right there. Maybe something happens. He may be in position to get a lucky dog, something of that nature possibly. As you see the 97 of Andrew Power now on the outside with the lead, able to drop down on the bottom in front of Carl Dotson and take that lead away, coming out of turn 4 for the first time in 2019. See if Andrew's able to keep that. Looks like he is. Looks like that outside line is gaining a little momentum. Andrew Power with the first lap led in the Season 3 High Country Trucking Series, brought to you by Next Gen Racing. That's got to be a good feeling. Lead the first lap of the year. I'll take it any day. As you see most of these trucks still side by side up there. You see some other trucks in the back. Looks like they're kind of just hanging out. Not quite sure who all is back there at this point in time, but it looks like they're starting to already develop maybe 2 separate packs. That back pack looks a little more patient, all lined up, single file back there. These guys up front look like they're wanting to race it right now. Not sure if that's going to play out into their favor later on in this race or not. We'll just have to see what happens here. You see 2 trucks close to each other. Nothing really happening. No contact just yet or anything. These trucks still side by side for these open 3 laps. Nobody lifting. Just getting after it right now. Guys are just out there getting it, to be honest, down the back stretch. I believe this back stretch is 2 degrees of banking. I may be wrong about that, but I believe it is 2 degrees. Or that may be the front stretch. No, I believe the front stretch is 18, actually. I apologize. May have some of my numbers mixed up as well, but who really gives a damn? Eric Blunt on the outside, leading that outside line. They have about 8 trucks lined up out there now. 2, 4, 6, 8. Yes, I believe it is 8. Yep. Nope, 6. I apologize. I can't count either. Those 6 trucks able to maintain with that longer line, as we see Carl Dotson bailing out. Must not be liking what he was seeing up there. That's got to be a little bit worrisome for that front pack, as we see that outside line able to surge forward now. With Richard Smith the second pushing the 99 of Eric Blunt. Eric still staying out there on that outside line. Hasn't dropped down yet. Wonder if he's going to get put in this 3 wide sucker hole, as we see the 83 going to the outside. 3 wide for the top position. Eric Blunt in the center dropping back. Now we're 3 wide for second. Looks like we're probably going to be 3 wide for a little while here up front now. The 83 truck still outside. He's falling back a little bit now as those 2 inside lines starting to reform again. We have the 77 of Lance Yancey in the Yingling machine. Still pushing that 99 X-side machine of Eric Blunt on the outside. Eric hasn't lifted from that outside. And there you see in front, I believe that is the 5 truck of Brandon Hartwell. The 32 of PJ Popham. That's who it was at the beginning, not the 5 truck. Man, that's got to be tough 5 laps into this race as we come to take lap 6, already being 1 lap down. He's going to have to hope something happens kind of soon, or before anybody else ends up losing the pack and going a lap down, so he can get the lucky dog in that situation, as long as he's able to navigate through the carnage. Because usually here at Daytona in these super speedways, carnage is bound to happen. It's there, it's lurking in the midst, as you would say, and when it happens, sometimes you need a new pair of shorts, because it happens quick. As you see the 99 and 77 trucks ducking down to the bottom, they were able to take the lead when Carl Dotson bailed out of that top pack and dropped back to the back. Just must not have liked what he's seen going on up there. The 22 truck, Cody Terry's leading that outside line now. Followed by I believe that's the 08, the 16 and 08 maybe. No, the 08's on the bottom, 16 and the 83. Don't know how I mixed those numbers up. But anyways, 3 wide again, they touch. Man, those trucks are getting a little antsy back there. That was Andrew Empower, it looked like, involved in a little bit of something, maybe a slight push from the 08. Got him a little loose up there right in front of the 22 Cody Terry. You see the outside line backed off just a little bit, so that must have scared him. As you see the second pack beginning to form back there. Gonna have to take a look here in a minute and see who that is actually leading back there in that second and third pack, actually. Because it looks like we have two 8 trucks or so packs before we get back to the bigger backpack. See, we have these 2 little packs of trucks right here, and then there's another pack behind that one. I wonder if that's by design. Well, obviously, if you're in that third pack, it would most definitely be by design, because you don't want to be anywhere near it, obviously, if you're that far back. Not sure if, as you see, there it is, that third pack with about the same amount of trucks in it. So I wonder if those guys just feel more comfortable with each other back there. As you see another truck getting loose, sliding down on the apron. Wonder if he's going to be able to get back a hold of that machine before it comes back up on the track. Seems like he was able to keep it down there on the apron through that. I'm not quite sure who that is, but I'm sure that's going to have a big damper on his day-to-day. As Eric Blunt, the 99, still your leader, being pushed by the 77, followed by the 08, the 843, and the 22. Andrew Wynn powering that 97 machine slots back in 6th place. We're going to go ahead back here. We're going to take quite a jump here. We're going to jump back here to the 5, 12th place. 2 seconds back already. And I tell you what, he's not even in that third pack. He's just right on the end of this first main pack. Not quite too much in danger of losing him, because he does have another pack behind him. But look, I was trying to jump back here to this pack. Back here from 21st back, we have this pack that's running. They seem to be doing all right back there with each other. Not quite sure who all is definitely in this pack. There's a lot of numbers changing around on me right here. Looks like that's the 017 of Jeffrey Vandervoort. Will Schmidt in the 04. Roger moved from that 39 machine to 21 of Justin. I can't say your name, Justin. I apologize. I don't want to butcher it, buddy. The 31 of Donald Bennett. Adam Novak in the 44. 71 of Jason Edmonds in the 46. Justin Walters, the 9 machine of Travis Smith. Not quite sure where all our leaders have gone, as it looks like something happened up there. Never mind, they're all back now. I don't know what that was about. Yeah, really not too sure. We're going to go look for our defending series champion, Brian Mescal Jr., see where he's at. Not quite sure where he's at right now. Looks like he may be fixing the truck already. Be interesting to see what took place with that as we jump back forward with the 99 machine of Eric Blunt, your leader. Has only led for 5 laps. Seems like he's led forever, but he's only led for 5 laps, as we're only on lap 12 here of 100 tonight in Next Gen Racing High Country Trucking Series Season 3 opener at Daytona International Super Speedway. Coming to take lap 13. The leader is still Eric Blunt. You see some of those trucks getting a little loose. Looks like the 77 is really leaning on that bumper of the 99 as PJ Popham about to go a second lap down here tonight. He's got to be really disappointed in the way that the beginning of his season is opened up and started. You see the 08 all over his bumper. PJ's got to be thinking, man, just please don't let anything happen right now. It's already bad enough. Let me get out of this somehow. 08 start battling a little bit. The 77 of Lance Yancey is still pushing the 99. Wonder if that truck's going to start getting hot anytime soon, as we see Cody Terry duck off just a little bit back there. We're going to go a little bit further back in the pack right now, as these 4 trucks are still battling it out for the lead. We're just going to shift slightly behind some of these drivers as the 8 of Brian Kaufman's been able to come up and take the 6th spot away from Andrew Empower. And Andrew was actually able to capitalize and move up a position as well. Not quite sure who left that top 6, but the 8th truck of Brian Kaufman has found himself right up there battling Ford, as well as the 83 truck of Richard Smith II. That is literally your top 10 are literally within 6/10 of each other. Throw a blanket over them. I mean, they're all right there. The 83 truck went high, may have scraped the wall just a little bit. Not sure if he's going to have right side damage or not. See, slots back in line on the bottom there. Got some trucks weaving and moving back there in the back of the pack, just a little bit further behind these guys. Everything's still running smooth up there for your leader, the 99 of Eric Blunt. We're going to travel just a little bit further back in the pack now. We're going to jump back here to the 7 truck of John Jenkins. John's got to be really loving life, able to get out here on the racetrack after having his first child. Well, his only daughter. I was going to say his first daughter, but if it's his first child, obviously it's his first daughter. But having a little girl, once again, just want to say congratulations, John. Enjoy it, buddy. It's well worth it. Long nights to put in, that's for sure, for him here on the track as well as at home with that new baby. Let's see if he can bring home a trophy for 2019 on just I believe 3 weeks or less is when he booted his newborn daughter into the world. And looks like he's just hanging out back there with the 24 machine of Gavin Martin and the 38 of Derek Robinson. As we're still green flag racing on lap 17 of 100 here at Daytona International Super Speedway for the High Country Trucking Series Season 3. Brought to you by Next Gen Racing on iRacing.com and broadcast to you by... Oh, there's caution. Oh, man. Oh, man, I want to see if I can find that. Let me try to get that for you guys. Not sure what happened really there. Not sure if this is where the caution came from or not. Maybe I'll be able to catch it here in just a second. Looks like it's going to be anytime now. Should be okay. Looks like the 77 of Lance Yancey was the one involved in that. We're going to back this up just slightly and try to get on board with that 77 machine. Oh, just now missing it one more time. Gonna hit it one more time here. See if we can. Oh no. Oh, come on, here we go. There we go. See the truck's getting loose. Lance just up the track, truck hard into the outside wall. More trucks collected. Wow, that's one heck of a wreck. Sorry I wasn't able to bring it to you a little bit better than that. But, you know, sometimes you just got to learn how to do everything. And that's pretty much all it is for me. I'm still learning how to switch these cameras the correct way the whole time. But as we see the leaders coming down, take not green flag pit stops, to take pit stops for the first time here, not only tonight but this year, 2019 season 3 for the High Country Trucking Series. As you see, 2 trucks there already on pit road, not able to move due to that crash and the damage, having to tow their vehicles back. They're going to be sitting there waiting on a little bit of repairs before they can even think about jumping out there. See the race off the pit road here. Looks like Andrew Empower was able to win that race off the pit road. We're gonna have to take a look at that here real quick, as we're gonna rewind you back here and give you that race off the pit road. Just so we can get an accurate view of it. As wow, you see a cone just materialize before your eyes. See, not only do I talk and bring you the great live action shots here on track, but I'm also a magician. I can hide cones and bring it back. Yes, 97 followed by 22 to 99, and there goes the cone, folks. Look at that. I'm telling you what. I'm going to Vegas after this because I'm a magician. Magician. Oh, Lord have mercy. Anyways. Well, not quite sure how folks are feeling out there tonight about the way the race is going. I know a few individuals that are probably happy that caution came out. 32 of PJ Popham should be one of those individuals. As long as he wasn't caught up in that wreck, he'd receive the lucky dog, able to come around. Or, I mean, if he wanted to take the gamble, even if he was in that wreck but able to still maintain a little bit of speed, he might be able to receive a wave around here. As we all know, starts and restarts are always a little more energetic, always a little bit more chaotic. Maybe hope to get a real quick second caution to get back on the actual lead lap. So we'll just have to see what happens. Have to scroll through here in just a second. Let the timing and scoring start being right as these trucks are on and off of pit road. Some towing, some not towing and being scored yet. Some not showing up as laps down or anything just yet. So we'll have to let it do its thing, sort itself out. While we do that, we're going to take a real quick break here. Or we may not take a break, you know. Who knows? I don't know. Alright, folks, we'll be right back with you. Give me about 10 seconds or so. Alright, folks, like I said, just a real quick second. There, you've seen it. Go Earn It. You can go check them out anytime you like. Really good place for wrestling gear. As you all know, really big on wrestling. I love the sport. All of our kids today did an excellent job out there at the Elite Border Wars Youth Wrestling Tournament in Canton, North Carolina. Haywood Elite came away with the team championship. We had, Lord, I don't even know how many kids placed, and had kids place in multiple divisions. Had one of our really great kids go completely undefeated, 8-0 today, pinning 6 of his opponents and winning by decision on the other 2. As we're going down the back stretch here, pace car lights are off. Just wanted to give him a little bit of recognition. That young man works his tail off, as well as the rest of the kids out there at Haywood Elite. Really proud of what they've been able to do this season so far. But enough about that. We're going to go ahead and we're going to jump in. This action gets ready to fire back off with the 97 of Andrew Empower able to get the lead off of pit road. Followed off the pit road by the 22 of Cody Terry, the 99 of Eric Blunt, the 08 of David Smith Jr., and the 5 of Brandon Hartwell Jr. Oh, I don't know why I called him Brandon Hartwell Jr. He's not a junior. Pace car is off once again. Andrew Empower on the gas as the field gets wound back up. Coming to take lap 21 of 100. Almost a quarter of a way through tonight's race. We're gonna, oh, looks like the truck blowing up. Other trucks had to avoid them. That's gonna make that bottom line just scattered out. There's definitely gonna be a couple of different packs at this point in time. Some of those trucks just, unfortunately, Not quite sure what happened there. Let's rewind this and see what all happened. See if we can't pinpoint what truck that is. Maybe it was, I want to say it's somewhere back here around Brandon. Because we're going to see what happens here. No, that's a couple trucks back. I believe that might have been... Yeah, I can't quite make out who that is. It looks like it may have been the 87 of Carl Dotson. I'm not quite sure. I can't quite make out who that was and what happened. Yeah, I hate that. I tried to bring it to you. I brought you multiple shots of the truck blowing up. Just not able to see the number. Should have switched camera angles probably for that second time, but also once again still brand new to this, still learning how to do it, learning how to improve it. As you see a lot of trucks not even on track, 5 and 6 laps down. Not sure what that's all about. Is there's just a ton of trucks out of it right now, it seems. Looks as if we've only got about 32 to 34 trucks still running on track at this time. None of the leaders choose to come down pit road. I wouldn't either. Only 4 laps on those tires. No need to really come down Talladega, Daytona. You can kind of stay out there on older tires. They don't seem to come into factor as much as fuel usually does. But when you're pack racing, your tires, if you're the leader, they kind of matter a little. You can get a little bit loose going into the corner, truck unloading as the air's being taken off of the rear spoiler by the truck right there on your bumper. And sometimes you can get the truck a little loose, a little squirrely. But other than that, the tires really don't come into factor, especially if you're second, third in line, fourth, fifth, somewhere in that range. You're just playing with the throttle mainly most of the time because you're in the draft. The other trucks are basically pulling you along. So tires really don't seem to matter as much as, let's say, a place like Michigan or a place like Pocono or Charlotte. And then even your shorter tracks such as Richmond, Martinsville, you know, a lot of people don't think that Martinsville has a lot of tire management to it, but you can eat those tires up on those short tracks really, really fast here on these super speedways. It's, excuse me, it's almost impossible to shred out them tires. Looks like the pace car still has its lights on as we're going to go one more lap around this track before we're ready to go back green flag racing. As judging off of that first run, looks like the trucks would be able to run about anywhere from 23 to 26 laps, somewhere in that range on a green flag run. Some of these guys have got to be hoping that they can get some green flag racing in. If not, it makes out to be a long, long night here at Daytona International Speedway, as the caution laps are about 2 minutes long, whereas under green flag conditions, you're getting around this thing in less than 50 seconds, easily. And especially if you're in a pack, you're definitely booking it, getting down to probably in the 45 seconds or so around this place. So tonight definitely could end up being a little bit long if we have a rash of these cautions. And right now we're on caution count number number 2. 47 caution laps, 76 laps to go. When we get ready to go back green flag racing, we'll have 75 laps left. So we'll just have to wait and see what's going to play out and what's going to happen today. I don't know if you can hear me, Roy, or if you're out there, but if you can shoot me something. What happened to the 33 truck? Has it been loaded up? Did it? I mean, what? I have no clue. Just trying to find out a little bit of information. Gonna see what I can do down here on pit road. See if I can get a hold of anybody. Find out anything. We're riding around here with our leader, Andrew in power, who's led 13 laps out of the 26 here tonight. Got to be feeling pretty good about his truck, able to keep it out of some trouble. Seems like the front is actually where the trouble has been. Not quite sure what happened to that truck on the restart. Maybe had some damage, didn't get it all fixed or take off the tape or something like that. And blew it up. Possibly missed the shift, over revved it. Not quite sure. But to be quite frank and honest, none of that really matters at this point in time because it's said and done. It's over with. We're going to get ready to go back green flag racing coming out of turn 4 as the field's going to start to double file up. As the 97 takes the green flag, we're back racing, coming to take lap 27 of 100 here at Daytona International Super Speedway. We have the 99 of Eric Blunt out there on the outside, Cody Terry in the 22, the 843 of Brian Britt, and the 08 of David Smith Jr. David Smith has been able to stay up in that top, I'd say 4th to 7th or so, all evening long. Newer gentleman to the league, old acquaintance of one of the founders. Glad he's on board. Hoping he can make a splash here tonight for his season debut, his league debut. As we see those 3 trucks on the outside, the 99, the 08, and the 5 of Brandon Hartwell. Let's see if they can get anything going, as it looks like that bottom line is much more uniform and organized. They're going to be able to get wound up and keep that thing fired up and going. Just when I say that, the outside line gets a big push. The 99 got a huge push by the 08, who comes down just to side draft a little bit, break away from those trucks now, getting some distance between them. Let's see if he can push that 08 to the front. As he gets the 99 clear, the 99 drops to the bottom on him, leaves him out there hanging with the 5 of Brendan Hartwell. We have our 4th lead change of the evening, as one of our old leaders goes back to the point, the 99 of Eric Blunt. Let's see if he can lead this lap when we cross the stripe. Looks like he will be able to right there. Looks like there was some mechanical difficulties, we'll call that, for the 33. Internet connection deals with other trucks on track. Gotta hate when that kind of stuff happens. But as we all know, it's Daytona, man. Crazy stuff happens here. You see the sun starting to set on these truckers as they're coming around to take lap 30 of 100. as this thing's going to start transitioning into a nighttime race. The lights will come on here at Daytona International Super Speedway to let these truckers finish this race out under the lights. Gotta wonder how these crew chiefs set up these trucks to deal with the transitioning from the late afternoon into the nighttime. Trucks are going to start driving a little bit differently. The track's going to get a little bit cooler, maybe a little bit faster. We'll have to wait and see how that plays out. We'll have to see how that plays out. We'll take a look at the weather right now as both the air and the track are 79 degrees here at Daytona Beach, Florida. We'll just have to check on that here after about another 30 or 40 laps. I'll tell you what, we'll check back in and see if the cool ocean breeze, the weather down here in Florida, some of you may know it's super hot all day long, but it gets a little cool in the evening. You get a lot of ocean breeze blowing in. We'll see if that affects the racing here tonight, as it looks like most of the field is all packed up now, side by side, back through almost the whole field now, side by side. Not even going to attempt to call out a number on that one. Not sure if these truck drivers know something I don't, or if they just wanting to get racy now. Looks like the start of the race was a little bit quieter, a little bit easier. It looks like we're starting to get trucks feeling a little more brave with each other. Out there pushing a little further into the corners, starting to make that contact for the push a little bit sooner off of the corners to get a bigger run going down the back stretch, as the 22 truck's able to keep the 99 of Eric Blunt out there up front. We got a truck going down on the apron. Not sure if they're just going to let him come up. Looks like we got 3 trucks allowing that one to come back up on track as they go around him now. He's probably going to lose the draft to whoever that was. Let me take a look back here on the monitors. Looks like that was the 83 of Richard Smith, or the 12 of Trent Drum. As we see Andrew with still a big push from the 08. Still not able to get by that 99 in the 22 truck. Looks like the bottom line's starting to form up a little bit more. Oh, the 08 ducks out a little bit. Wonder if the 5's going to fill that hole. Is that the 5? I believe that is the 5. 5 was nice enough to let him come back in line. Slowed that outside line down significantly, as you see him starting to drop back to about the 3rd, 4th truck in line on the bottom there. It's going to take a little bit to get that momentum built back up and see if they can take the lead on the outside. Andrew Empower going down in turn 1 side by side with the leader. Not able to do it, as they're still side by side for the first 4 positions. Hell, side by side back, probably the whole top, let's call it the top 12 or so. Just side by side, man. Not lifting, not giving, not budging. So we're actually gonna walk you through the field here just a little bit. As it looks like Andrew Empower now will be scored as your leader. This might change a little bit as we go through the field here, but 97 in first. Yeah, it's gonna be a little bit too close to do a lot of this right now, so we'll just have to revisit that a little bit later sometime, as it's just gonna keep swapping back and forth from 2nd to 4th to 3rd to 5th to all over the place. The only ones that are really safe here, as far as their numbers not dropping, is the leader and the guy tail end of the field. Otherwise, these trucks jockeying back and forth as they cross the line each time and moving around throughout the track through the scoring booths. They're going to be changing positions constantly all day long, all night long. See that outside line, now led by the 08 of David Smith Jr., trying to gain the momentum. 5 of Brendan Hartwell, about a truck or so off of him, as we see a ton of trucks still coming all around off of turn 2. Looks like we got about 5 or 6 trucks back there starting to back up a little bit of a wiggle back there in the back. Everything seemed to sort itself out as we see trucks starting to move around a lot more. Oh, big move down to the bottom. Wonder if that's going to check up that line back there on the bottom or not. As we're going to go back here just a little bit further in the back, as we can still see our leaders up there in the front. As we're actually right around here looking at the 39 truck that Roger Moose hasn't really made any noise tonight. Just kind of plugging along, getting along nice and quiet as he's running in 16th place tonight. But as you see, there's our leaders. And Roger's in 16th. And he is right there. You're really starting to see some of these trucks begin to wiggle. Most of those wiggles coming out of the trucks that have been out there for about 19 to 20 laps, which has got to be worrisome actually, because the fuel mileage might come into play now. We might have ourselves a green flag pit stop, as I believe these trucks can only go about 23 to 26 laps. 24, 25, maybe somewhere in that range, something like that. But I know it can't be much longer before some of these guys got to come in and at least top off with fuel. We have one truck on the bottom. It's the 888 all over the place. There's more bumping going on. Those truckers trying to get by. Everything sorted itself out. Roger Muth, tough going right there. He's dropped back quite a few places now, scored in, I believe it's the 20-something spot. Because of all of that going on, those truckers, some of them able to drive around and through that. We're going to jump back up here towards our lead pack with the 8 of Brian Kaufman once again. And I'll tell you who we're gonna look for, just because I'm looking for the paint scheme. I really like this paint job back here. That's the 57 of Damon Cox riding around with the 9 of Travis Smith. I think these guys are just back here playing it cool, playing it safe. They're not worried about pushing too much. They're not worried about losing the main pack up there. Although they are about, I don't know, good couple seconds behind. At least I would say 4 or 5 seconds behind. As you see, they're not the furthest ones back though. We've had it looks like a challenge for the lead. Yeah, we had a challenge for the lead. David Smith Jr. not able to pull it off. The 97 able to maintain and get the momentum off of the corner and come around and still lead that last lap, as we're coming to take lap 41 of 100 here. Next Gen Racing High Country Truck Series Season 3 opener at Daytona International Super Speedway. Once again, not too many cautions here tonight, which we always like to see in Next Gen Racing's, any of the series that Next Gen Racing puts on. Like to try to keep those caution counts low, as these truckers have got to be beginning to be thinking and eyeballing pit road, as they are now on about lap 22 to 23 of this run. Wonder how fuel mileage is going to start playing out here. We see a lot of good drivers up there on that ticker bar. We see a lot of them down multiple laps. Our defending series champion Brian Muskill Jr. in 36th place, still down 5 laps, just not able to make up any. Gotta be a tough night for him. Hard pill to swallow. Not sure he's gonna be able to make all of that up tonight. Just gonna probably start thinking about trying to salvage as many points as he can. Maybe hopefully some other people have some hardships and hard luck, and maybe he can pick up a couple positions here and there as we see truck back in the back of the pack starting to blink just a little bit. Not quite sure who that is. Have to keep my eye on the screen there. Can't quite make it out right now, so we're just going to keep on going. It may be the 21, it looks like. Not quite sure on that, but somewhere around that truck number, maybe number 66, maybe somewhere in that. I'm not quite sure. But anyways, Eric Blunt still leading this race, has led the most laps of tonight's race, accounting for 26 of 43 laps in the lead. Looks like we have a truck getting loose. Not sure what's going on. Multiple trucks now diving and ducking. Not sure what happened to the truck back there. It looked like he just pulled down there. As guys, I'm telling you, they're getting close on fuel. This pit road is going to be really busy as we start to see two trucks pulling off on pit road now. See how many others stay out, how long they stay out, as they're now on lap 25 of this run. Wonder how much longer these leaders can stay out. Something that you always got to be worried about here at Daytona International Superspeedway and Talladega Superspeedway is the speed that you get to the pit road zone. Is so tremendously different from other tracks, because you've got, as we see a caution's gonna come out, I believe. Multiple cars hard into the outside wall. The 22 of Cody Terry. That's gonna really hurt his chances here tonight. We're gonna back that up, give you a little bit better angle and view of that right there. Everything that happened, as it's just madness and mayhem. The 8 hardened 08s in it. Oh man, trucks everywhere. The 08 bouncing around. Oh man, trucks everywhere. The 20 sliding. Multiple trucks involved in that. Once again, we're gonna try to give that to you again. Man, and you just see all the trucks everywhere. The 39 of Roger Muth. Let's see, is he able to move right there at the last? Avoided that. I tell you what, I'm gonna jump on board with Roger here. Let you take a look at what he's seen through that. Oh, come on. It's not gonna let me do it. I missed it. Nope, here we go, folks. As you can see, the smoke up there in front of him, trying to get through. Oh, starting to fill up as you see trucks just scattering everywhere, all over the place. Head on. Oh no, missed it right at the last moment. Trucks up high, up low, got trucks blowing up in front of him. Heck of a driving job right there by the 39 of Roger Muth. I'll tell you what, he's thanking the racing gods for that one right there. There's going to be a bunch of trucks now damage, having to use their fast repairs and things of that nature. We're going to take a look here for the race off of pit road one more time. It looks like the 99 is followed by the 5 off the pit road, followed by the 97, the 072. Multiple trucks out there, still laps down. That nature, that 19. Rick Reiner coming off the pit road. Rick Reiner also stuck down a good couple laps. Some really good truck drivers are caught up in some really bad situations here tonight. And basically probably just looking forward to our next race. Just wanting to go ahead and load up and lick their wounds and go home, so to speak. But with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and jump back up here with our leader, who is actually carrying one of our many next gen racing onboard cameras here tonight. As you're taking a look into the eyes of the 12 driver Trent Drum, up there leading this race for the first time here tonight. We're going to go back here, see how many other drivers really have our onboard camera. Going to jump back here. I believe the 39 of Roger Muth also has one, as he's wearing that Tennessee Volunteers gear. Don't know why he likes them Vols. I'll tell you what, Roll Tide all day, every day. Yeah, we got handled by Clemson, but you know what? It is what it is. We got championships anyway, so it don't matter. Like I said, Roll Tide. Anyways, going to jump on here on board with the 99, who is also carrying a different angled Next Gen Racing onboard camera for us tonight. Then also back here in the 57, we also have two different cameras. We have our original Next Gen Racing onboard camera, as well as we do have a gyro camera here, so you get an idea of what the banking is like here at Daytona International Super Speedway. 31 degrees of banking in the corners. It started off at 33, but over the past year, since the repaving of the facility, the amount of load that these trucks and cars put onto the track has actually dropped that banking down to a 31 degree banking. Not a fact that's known by a wide variety of people, but this track did start off at 33 degrees banking and has slowly been worn down to a 31 degree banking. As you see the truck just pitch right there, that's 31 degrees of banking, folks. You almost feel like you're gonna fall out of the truck. That's an experience that not very many people have ever had. But I tell you what, 31 degrees of banking, that is absolutely huge. Another gentleman we're going to go back here and take a look at is the 9 of Travis Smith. Haven't really heard much from Travis tonight. Been very quiet in the back. Still just barely inside of the top 20, it looks like here. It looks like that truck is all beat up in the back. Looks like there was definitely some contact. I mean, obviously with the rear end looking like that. Definitely hard contact with some other trucks, as he was just trying to ride around and mind his own business. Got to be thinking he may be saving them fast repairs. Maybe he already used them. Not quite sure. But as always, we can usually expect Mr. Smith to drive that number 9 machine to the front at some point in time through the night. Another gentleman that's made a great recovery after dropping back into the back of the field earlier is the 19 of Rick Reiner. Able to come back out there and drive back up through the field a little bit. Also the 8 of Brian Kaufman. You seen him involved in that wreck there. Was able to still somehow manage to get that truck to pit road, get it fixed up with that fast repair, and back out there on the track. As you see, the pace car lights are off. We're set to go back green flag racing on lap 49 of 100, almost halfway here at the Daytona 100 High Country Trucking Series Season 3 race, brought to you by Next Gen Racing on iRacing.com and broadcasted to you across Twitch and YouTube by Next Gen Racing Productions. As pace car's getting ready to take that hard left-hand turn off of the track, there you have it. Looks like the 99 gets that bottom line going. The 5 of Brandon Hartwell able to stay even with him on the outside. Let's see if the 072 of Jeffrey Vandervoort can get up there and give him a push. I believe that is Jeffrey. It is, and wasn't quite able to give him any type of push right there as the 67 of Paul Berthwick. I think that's right. God, I hope I didn't just destroy his name. Slotting in third down there on the bottom line. Looks like, I'm not quite sure if that was Brian Mescal Jr. or if that was Rick Reiner. I believe it was Rick Reiner with a big move down onto the bottom to get down there. Seems like the way the bottom side of the track is looking, as we see the 39 truck looking outside of the 5 of Brandon Hartwell. Trying to see if he can get anybody to make a run with him. Looks like he does have one partner to push. Let's see what that 19 does when he gets up to the back bumper of that 5. It's the 24, Gavin Martin, out there with Roger Muth. Looks like Andrew Empower ducking out of line from the bottom, up in front of Roger Muth to try to get a push to go back to the lead once again, as the 39 and the 24 pushing that 97 machine of Andrew Empower up there to contest for the lead one more time. The drivers in first and second battling right now, side by side, getting a respective push. As you see, big move down to the bottom by Andrew Empower. He said, you know what, I'm leading the most laps. I want some more laps under my name. Taking back the lead by one of our other majority leaders, Eric Blunt, at 99. Roger Moose got to be thinking, hey man, why'd you leave me up here? 24's thinking, you know what, bud, don't worry about it, because he's got the 96 of Alan Westman right behind him, followed by the 8 machine of Brian Kaufman. Rick Reinert back there in 10th on the bottom, still hugging that bottom line. Looks like that top line's losing a little bit of momentum now as they're going around the lap truck machine. Oh, little bit of contact there. Little bit of contact. Paul in the 67 comes up just a little bit. Slight contact with the 39 of Roger Muth. We got trucks ducking out of line now. 2, 3 wide. That's going to disrupt that outside line's momentum a little bit more, as we're seeing. I believe that's Brian Britt or Alan Westman. Yeah, Alan Westman dropping back through the field now because of that. Looks like the bottom line's starting to get that momentum up now that all of that happened on the outside, able to pull away as the top 3 trucks on the bottom line have now cleared the 39 of Roger Muth on the outside. Excuse me. I should probably have a mute button for when I have to do that. But, you know, once again, ladies and gentlemen, that's something that not a lot of other broadcasters do it. Other broadcasts usually have 2, sometimes 3 people up here in the production booth, helping call and bring you information throughout the race. But here I am, I'm only one man doing 50 different jobs. Just kidding, it's not 50, but it is quite a lot to keep an eye on and keep going and just keep talking. So every now and again, yeah, I have to clear my throat. I need a little drink of water, something like that. But try to do the best I can for you folks, as the 99's trying to take the lead back once again from the 97. These 2 gentlemen, they're just gonna keep on swapping the lead, it looks like, as we've had 10 lead changes and probably 8 of them have been between them 2 drivers, as the 99 ducking down in front of the 97 now, once again taking the lead back. As we have the 39 machine of Roger Muth up there trying to get to lead a lap. See if the 24 of Gavin Martin will push him or not, followed by the 8 truck of Brian Kaufman. Let's see what's going to happen here. It doesn't look like anybody's wanting to push too hard on each other anymore. We'll have to wait and see how that plays out. We're back down into turns 1 and 2. Everybody seems to be behaving a little bit more now than they were earlier in the race. And the other Smith brother, Will Smith, in the 04, has been able to bring himself up inside the top. Actually running in 8th inside the top 10 right now. Not quite sure what happened to David Schmidt Jr. Wonder if he's back out there on track yet or not. Looks like he's not. Looks like he's caught a couple laps down right now. Probably from having to get that machine towed back to pit road before his crew could beat and bang and drop an engine in that thing. But these truck drivers still just getting after it, as we're on lap 55 of 100 here tonight at Daytona International Super Speedway. These drivers just still out there just absolutely getting it, not wanting to stop, as we're still going to bring you continuous action here. Just like to throw up a couple sponsors that we have here tonight. It's going to be with us throughout the season and year here at Next Gen Racing on iRacing.com. Looks like a cautionous hit is out. Sorry, folks. I'm not going to be able to get you that. I'm not even gonna lie or attempt. Maybe if I could get a little help on that really fast, I may be able to go back and get it, but not quite sure what happened. I was trying to give a little bit of time to some of our sponsors, as you've seen Haywood Elite Wrestling Club there. One of our big sponsors, club I like to represent. I'm a coach with them, and my daughter's also on the team. As I stated earlier, team championship today. Wanted to give a big shout out to those guys. Got a couple other sponsors that I'd like to highlight here a little bit later. As you see one on our banner up there, as always, Dale Earnhardt Chevrolet. Been a big part of this organization since its inception. Big connection with one of our drivers. So I always like to give a shout out to Dale Earnhardt Chevrolet. Got a couple other sponsors out there we'll get to in just a little bit. We're going to wait for the trucks to come down pit road. I'm going to take another real quick small break here. In just 1 second, we'll be right back in about 2 minutes or so. We're back here tonight at Daytona International Superspeedway, working lap 59 of 100 in the High Country Trucking Series Season 3 opener here at Daytona International Superspeedway. First race of, I believe, a 36 race season. Some of these truckers have already had a horrible start to their 2019 season. Some of them just want to load up and get out of here. Some of them want to drive that thing in the victory lane. Two gentlemen that have been up there pretty much all night battling out. Gonna probably try to battle to see who has the most laps led if they can keep those trucks clean. And up there is the 97 of Andrew Empower and the 99 of Eric Blunt. Both of those gentlemen able to keep those machines up there and clean so far this evening. As you see, the 39 of Roger Moose slotted in third, followed by the 67 of Paul Berthwick. The 87 of Carl Dotson coming in fifth. The 8 truck of Brian Kaufman, followed by the 5 truck of Brandon Hartwell in seventh. Eighth, we have the 19 of Rick Reinard. In ninth, the 843 of Brian Britt. And in 10th, we have the 86th of Travis Arthur. Pace car's lights are off as they go into turn 3. Trucks are going to begin to double file up again here as we get ready to go back green flag racing. Going to have about 41 laps left, and I tell you what, they cannot make that on fuel. They will have to stop as of right now. They will have to stop at least one more time for fuel. We were really close to green flag pit stops. Some guys actually did go down pit road as the pace car ducks off one more time. The 99 has the field in his hands as he hits the gas and takes off. The 39 right there on his bumper. 97 of Andrew Empower still out there on the outside. Andrew's like that outside a lot this evening. Obviously, when you have a multiple trucks lined up down there on the bottom, there's really only one way to pass, and that's to get a good push and do it from the outside as the 97 drops down in line in front of the 8 truck of Brian Kaufman. Maybe these guys, and he's back out to the outside now, trying to get a push on the outside, see if he can do what the 97 and the 99 has been able to do to each other all night. Just hasn't quite worked out so well for the 39 as he's tried it a couple times himself, just not able to get up there to the lead. Not sure if those cars behind him just can't push him quite the right way, as the 67 of Paul Berthwick is the one back there behind Roger Muth in the 39 machine right now. Followed by the 87 of Carl Dotson up there on that high line, as it looks like we have about 5 trucks now on the high line, trying to get things going. Just not able to really materialize anything out there on the outside. See a truck just now coming off of pit road. Must have been in there for some repairs and things of that nature. He's definitely going another lap down. I say another, I'm not quite sure how many laps down he is, so I'm just going to call it another, because he's definitely at least 2 laps down now. That's got to benefit some drivers out there, such as the defending series champion Brian Mescal Jr., who's still multiple laps down at this point in time. Maybe he's able to pick up a couple laps on him, possibly a position or 2 here in a couple laps. As you see, multiple trucks still laps down. Looks like the 9 of Travis Smith that got caught up in some of that earlier is about 3 laps down. 77 just had a horrible crash. 19 laps down. A lot of good trucks went home early this evening. As the top 4 just won't give up. That top 5 actually, as the 8 truck who was involved in one of those skirmishes earlier was able to use his fast repair and get back out there. As we see now Roger Muth, the lonely driver out there all by himself, as these trucks on the inside line are going to begin to just pass him by and scratch that. Looks like the 8 truck of Brian Kaufman said, "Let me try it for a second, bud. You weren't able to get it done. Let's see if you can push me up there to the front." And I'll tell you what, if he's able to push that 8 truck of Brian Kaufman around, the 8 of the 99 of Eric Blunt, Roger might start to get a little irritated, because that'll be the 3rd or 4th time that he's pushed the truck to the lead, and it looks like he's able to, as the 8 got a big run going into 3, falling back a little bit, coming out of 4 here. Let's see how he does coming down the front stretch. Looks like they're starting to wind up just a little bit. This is going to be close at the line, but the 99 still able to lead that lap. In second place, 8 of Brian Kaufman, followed by the 97, and then the 39. All the trucks starting to group back up now. Double file. Back there to about 12th place or more. These truck drivers just out here absolutely ripping these laps off now, going in excess of 190 miles an hour down into turns 3 and 4. We're going to take a look at our start-finish line shot. I absolutely love the shot. Let's listen. Man, I absolutely love that shot. Love hearing them trucks get around the track right there. I just really love the engine sounds, to be honest. As you see, the 39 able to push the 8. 8 is being scored as the leader right now. He must have crossed the start-finish line just barely ahead of that 99 machine. That makes yet another truck that the 39 has been able to push to the lead, not being able to make the pass completely right now. But you can tell that outside line is starting to get momentum. So we have a truck dropping off of the outside line now, down onto the bottom. Let's see if Brian Kaufman's able to keep the lead. Oh man, that was ever so close right there. No, he wasn't able to keep the lead, as we've now had 13 lead changes. The 99 of Eric Blunt taking the lead back from the 8 of Brian Kaufman, followed by the 39 of Roger Muth all over his bumper. The 5 truck of Brandon Hartwell right there on the outside line as well. Those drivers seem to always find each other these past couple of races that we've had. Seem to work well with each other. These truck drivers still getting after it as we're starting to wind down the laps, coming closer to 31, 32 laps to go. Lap truck trying to get up out of the way, as that, I believe, is the 22 of Cody Terry going down a lap or 2, not quite sure. Been some good racing and some hectic times. Obviously, some of these drivers, whenever they're caught up with anything, they'll always say, oh, the racing was horrible, the racing was bad. But I'll tell you what, I enjoy watching these 13 lead changes so far here tonight. Most of them have been done out on the track. I believe we only had 1 lead change coming off of pit road. And I apologize, no, we've had 2 actually on pit road. I know Andrew Empower stole the lead on the first one, as the 39 able to get a big push on the 8 truck. 8 truck ducks down to the bottom. That 39's got to be frustrated. He's got a truck powerful enough to push you to the front, to get you by that bottom line with 3 fork trucks lined up, but he's just not able to get past and get himself down in front of that lead line on the bottom side right now, as he's side by side with the 8 truck of Brian Kaufman. Roger Muth has the, I believe that is the 5 truck of Brandon Hartwell, trying to push him by now. Maybe be able to get by, not quite sure. Looks like they're starting to falter back just a little bit right now, as we see trucks going around one hard into the inside wall back there. It's off the racing surface. iRacing will not throw caution for that. That was, I believe, the 22 of Cody Terry. A bad night gone worse. Hate to see that hard lick to the inside wall. And that's jaw what is it? Jaw shattering? Anyways, y'all probably know what the hell I meant. That bone drawing. There you go. Jaw shattering. Whatever. Anyways, y'all know what the hell I meant, like I said. As we're going to take lap 70 of 100, Daytona International Super Speedway High Country Trucking Series Season 3, brought to you by Next Gen Racing and iRacing.com, presented to you on Twitch and YouTube by Next Gen Racing Productions. We see the 08, who is laps down, getting out of the way, trying to get out of the way. 3 wide for a minute. Truck's getting a little bit loose. The top 10 to 12 all back under a blanket with each other once again, as Roger Muth is currently scored as your leader, able to beat the 8 truck to the line that last lap. Let's see if he can get to the bottom. Oh, the 5 just comes right down into the 8. 8 right back up on track. That's going to cause a lot of chaos. Let's see if the drivers are able to get through that. Somehow, amazingly, these drivers were able to pull through that and not just destroy the whole field. I know there's going to be some drivers that are absolutely mad with each other on that one. Not sure if the 5 thought he was clear or not, but he just came down and right into the 8. 8 off track, back up on track in front of other trucks. Those trucks having to avoid and miss that chaos and carnage going on. All in all, the skill of our truck drivers shows as we go 3 wide now in the front for, that's actually a battle for first and fourth. Looks like the 19 allows that 96 of Alan Westman to get up in front there, as we have a huge breakaway now of over 3 seconds on the top 8. These top 8 trucks over 3 seconds ahead of the rest of the field. Wonder if they're going to start thinking about those green flag pit stops, as we're about 25, 26 laps into this run, as these truck drivers can only get about 23 to 26 laps anyway. Wonder if some of that had something to do with it. Truck's just too lighter or so in the rear without that fuel being in there. I believe that is Bobby Camden on the apron, staying out of the way. Good job by him, letting these leaders sort it out amongst themselves. Only gonna probably be able to get 1 or 2 more laps of fuel out of this here, I would believe. The 19 of Rick Reinert, he's been on pit road quite a few times tonight. A couple, 1 or 2 more times than most of the field. He's been in pit road about 4 times tonight. So he was obviously caught up in some mess earlier, as the outside lines got 3 trucks now starting to organize against these other 4 trucks on the bottom. 39 of Roger Muth able to still maintain the lead ever since he was pushed to the lead, as we see trucks starting to duck off on the pit road. Roger Muth a little bit loose, squirrely. Oh, he's going to spin it. Keeps it clean and off the wall, but his race is going to be in jeopardy now that he spun it getting on the pit road. That's going to put the 96 truck of Alan Westman to the lead, followed by the 072 of Jeffrey Vandervoort, the 43 of Craig Learman, and the 19 of Rick Reinert. They're all out there still on track. These trucks have got to be thinking about coming to pit road somewhere in the next 5 or 6 laps, as most of these gentlemen right here only have about 18 to 20 laps on their fuel. They've got at least another 4 or 5 laps left. Wonder if they're thinking that 4 or 5 laps could get them to the end, possibly, as we're coming to take lap 75. That's 26 laps left. Keep that in mind. Some of these other truck drivers might have to stretch this little bit of fuel here to the end. The drivers that just ducked on the pit road, such as Roger Muth and the gentleman he came down pit road with, they might have to watch their fuel load. Not quite sure if they can run that full the rest of the circuits on the when they stop. I believe some of them might be about 1 to 2 laps short. Whereas you see these top 4 trucks here right now, the 96, the 072, the 43, and the 19, they definitely, when they come to pit road, they will definitely be able to make it to the end on fuel. They'll probably come down. I would assume most of these truck drivers are probably going to take just fuel only underneath green flag pit stops. We've seen a couple of trucks have issues getting on the pit road tonight under this green flag condition. Amazing job by the 39, by the way, being able to keep that thing off the wall and out of trouble as you see the top 3-4 snaking their way through all this lap traffic. Gentlemen coming in and off of pit road, getting up to speed, and these 4 truck drivers are still just hauling the mail, snaking their way through it, trying to see what they can get done. It looks like, will they be coming to pit road this time? No, they're going to stay out yet one more lap. Wonder where this is all going to shake out at. I wonder how it's going to work. Is somehow, amazingly, it looks like Brian Mescal Jr. has been able to work himself back up onto the lead lap, showing in 8th place right now. I thought he was multiple laps down. Gonna have to check back on that. I thought he was a good 4 or 5 laps down at one point in time this evening, and somehow he's shown as 8th on the board right now. If he's able to do that, yeah, as you see right there, 8th place, only 7.5 seconds back. I mean, 7.5 seconds is a big time to make up here. But it looks like he's in good company back there with John Jenkins in the 24 of Gavin Martin, in the 04 of Will Schmidt, and the 87 of Carl Dodson. Looks like all of those drivers are kind of grouped together behind this pack. Not sure if they're going to be coming to pit road the same laps as they're all pretty close on fuel, those 2 little groups of cars. But if Brian Mescal Jr. is able to pull a comeback like this off, now showing in 5th position, driver multiple laps down at the beginning of the race, or at least they were showing him down at least 3 laps. I'd have to watch it back to double check that, but I can promise you it had him listed as down more than 2 laps. Able to come back up, get back on the lead lap, and drive to the top 5. That's one hell of a night right there. That's what you call getting back the points. I'll tell you that much. There's the 96 of Alan Westman still able to maintain the lead in front of that 072 of Jeffrey Vandervoort, followed by the 43 of Craig Learman and the 19 of Rick Reiner. That is your top 4 who have broken away from another little 5-car pack that's led by the 33 of Brian Mescal Jr., the defending series champion. And I just wonder, as you see some of these other truckers starting to get back packed up again, wonder where that's going to leave the 19. He's got to be careful about where he puts himself on the track, as he doesn't want to get out of touch with that 96 and the 072 or the 43, because those other 3 truck drivers, those are going to be the guys that he needs to pit with. And if the 96 and the 072 happen to duck down on the pit road right now, there's no way, absolutely no way that the 43 and the 19 would be able to get to pit road this time. As you see back there in the background, the 33 of Brian Mescal Jr. in 5th place, leading that backpack over there. They're probably going to be coming to pit road here in the next lap or 2, as well as those front 4 trucks that are running side by side. This has got to be hurting them, as the 19 and the 43 kind of got suckered into staying out one more lap. Looks like the 96 lost a position getting on the pit road. Not sure if he got a little loose getting on the pit road or what happened there. Not sure. Maybe the 19. Maybe the 19 is gonna fall back a little bit back here, as we have a lot of other trucks that have made pit stops. Actually, the 43 of Craig Learman on the pit road with the 072 and the 96. So that leaves out of that top 4. That left Rick Reiner in the 19 all alone. He's got to be trying to get his spotters up there to scramble and see if they can get to Brian Mescal Jr. and see when he's pitting, if they can come together, as the 19's ducking on the pit road right now. I'm going to drop back here to the 33 of Brian Mescal Jr. as him and some of the other guys in his pack start to come down pit road. One of them's really fast. I wonder if he made pit road right there. I'm not quite sure. He got that machine slowed down, as the 7 of John Jenkins to the lead now through these green flag pit stops as 33 slides into his box. We're going to have to take a minute here. We're going to jump on board with your current leader of John Jenkins followed by the 24 of Gavin Martin and the 20 of Scott LeCote. Christopher Matthews in that 92 machine in 4th place right now. Gonna have to wait and see how all of this shakes out after all of these green flag pit stops, as we've now had 18 lead changes as John Jenkins leads for the first time tonight. On the pit road, him and the 24 come. Looks like the 20 of Scott LeCote is still staying out there, as we're still under green flag conditions and green flag pit stops. Amazingly, once again, sometimes I think the ticker must go stupid, because we were just showing Travis Smith, who I said was down 3 laps, now being scored on the lead lap in position number 7. So I guess sometimes it just gets a little screwy and hairy up there on that ticker. On the interval ticker there, but as you see, John Jenkins in the 7 still leading this race coming off the pit road. Gonna have to look back here through the pack to see where these guys are coming, when they're coming. It looks like the 96 of Alan Westman, the 072, and the 24 are kind of packed up. There they go by right there. As now the 43 of Craig Learman has now just inherited your lead. When he hits the stripe, that's when it'll change up there on the top for you folks. But it looks like Craig Learman to the front off of those pit stops and pit exchanges. Wonder what happened if everybody got on and off the pit road. Well, looks like the 5 of Rick Reiner has slotted in 5th now. John Jenkins coming out ahead off of that green flag pit stop exchange, able to pick up a couple of positions, bring himself inside the top 5 into 4th place. Into 4th place, sorry, I'm stumbling and fumbling with my words. Slowly falling back now. The 33 of Brian Mescal Jr. up into 6th. As those top 3 trucks, they're formed up, they're gathered up, and they're riding. A little bit of miscommunication. They're not sure what happened to Roger Muth. Roger coming off of the apron, not sure what happened with him. Anyways, we have these top 3 trucks breaking away now with about a 7-second gap back there to the 19, the 24, and the 33. Gonna have to wait and see what happens with that. Folks, I'm gonna try to jump around just a little bit here if I can. We're still under green flag conditions, working lap 85 of 100 here at Daytona International Super Speedway, Daytona Beach, USA, Florida. I've kind of always liked this cam. It shows a lot of the track. It's the Goodyear blimp cam. We're out here with a bird's eye view of this beautiful, huge, amazing facility. I've had the opportunity of being there. I've also had the unfortunate opportunity of walking damn near the whole infield. I'll tell you what, from the center of the infield all the way to the exit that you can get out of. Over here, there's a tunnel. You may be able to see it, the tunnel over here, right about center of 1 and 2, right there. You see the tunnel right there. All the way from the infield, all the way over there was not a fun hike. I'll tell you what, if you ever have a chance to go to Daytona or Talladega, you need to get there. Those races are one of a kind experience. If you're a race fan, I'm sure you'd love it. We're going to go back to our start and finish lines. We see some trucks going by here right now, waiting on our leaders to pass by. They should be coming into the shot any minute now, and there you have them going by right now. The 43, the 96, and the 072 all following suit with each other straight in line. As we're going to begin to see 4th, 5th, and 6th lined up coming through right there. Another small pack of trucks right there. We're going to jump back on board with the 43, our leader, Craig Learman. Now only led 4 laps, but at the end of the night, it's not about the amount of laps you've led, it's what lap you led. And I'll tell you what, you can lead 99 of 100 laps, but if you let me lead that 100, I'd be happy. I don't need to lead the whole race or half the race or a quarter of the race. Just let me lead the important laps. Looks like Craig Learman's going to try to do that tonight. Not sure if he's going to be able to maintain it. Jeffrey Vandervoort in that 072. Last week's Daytona teaser. Bash at the Beach for High Country Trucking Series. Able to get his first win with the lead. Running third right now. Remember, I talked about momentum and getting things going, heading in the right direction. I wonder if that win gave him enough confidence to run the guys that he's brand new around. He's only ran a couple of our talent recruitment races, but showed us enough to be invited. And here he is, showing himself worthy of the position that he's given. Driving that 072 JBL machine to the fullest. 96 Alan Westman wiggling around a lot there on track. As we now begin to see 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th all starting to gather themselves up, with the 24 of Gavin Martin leading this train right here of 5 vehicles. You gotta wonder what they're thinking. You know, guys, let's just stay in line. Maybe we can possibly run these guys in front of us down. Not quite sure, as it actually looks like they're still losing a little bit of time to those 3 lead trucks. Not sure they're going to be able to do anything with those front 3 and get the 3-horse race up there in the front, unless there's another caution. And cautions are typical here towards the end of Daytona or Talladega. Anytime you have restricted plate racing, there's always a chance for a late caution. As we now have only 14 trucks on the lead lap. Out of a 38 truck field, 14 trucks are still on the lead lap. We still have at least 33 of those 38 trucks still running out there on track, as Craig Learman is still your leader. Haven't missed anything up front, as those 3 are still somewhat playing nice. Little bit of bumping here and there every now and again, but everybody's still lined up there in the front. It looks like the 96 of Alan Westman, just as I said, that made a big move. That's why I jumped back up here up front. Just now going around a couple of trucks to put them a lap down. Still 14 trucks on the lead lap, as the truck running in 18th actually is the 57 of Damon Cox. He is just now a lap down. May have a couple of other trucks going a lap down here momentarily, but the 96 of Alan Westman took the lead away from Craig Learman with the 072 of Jeffrey Vandervoort, pushing him. Telling you, Jeffrey's got to be feeling good about himself after that win bash at the beach. He's got to be feeling himself pretty good right now, running in second with under 10 laps to go here tonight for the High Country Trucking Series Season 3 Daytona International Superspeedway Season 3 opening race. Brought to you by Next Gen Racing and iRacing.com. I'll tell you what, Jeffrey, like I said, has got to be feeling good about himself. Won last week's race, here running second, closing in on the checkered flag. Wonder if he's starting to think about what moves can I make, when can I make them, trying to get timing. Is that 57 truck going to come into play on who wins this race? Is he going to go with somebody or possibly slow somebody? Are you seeing him moving to the outside lane in front of some other trucks that I believe are also a lap down at this point? As those 3 are still nose to tail. Still getting it on the bottom line, as 4 trucks have now lined up on the outside line, led by the 57 of Damon Cox. The 96 of Alan Westman now still in the lead, coming through 3 and 4. I believe it's 3 and 4. Yes, it is. Sometimes I get confused. As there's a caution out. Late caution. Oh, man, I wish I could go back and see it. Gosh, I got to get better at that part, because I have no clue what happened. And I don't like just jumping around and not bringing it to you. So at some point in time, I'm really going to have to try to get something better to deal with that for me. But ladies and gentlemen, I tell you what, that changes the game. Absolutely changes the game. That's going to put the top, I don't know, 14, 15 or so trucks all bunched back up with probably 5 laps to go. That means that if there is another caution, the race will end under caution, as there's no green white checkers here in iRacing. Maybe that's something they're going to be looking into and changing here shortly. But that is definitely a game changer, as we're going to have cars getting ready to duck onto pit road here as they work their way down the back stretch, most of the field having to get caught back up. Not sure if it's going to be much of a battle off of pit road, as some of the trucks aren't going to be able to catch up in time. Let's see if we have any of our leaders staying out. Pit road may not have been opened yet. Maybe it was, and some aren't going down pit road. I don't know why you wouldn't go down pit road with 5 laps to go. I would go ahead and go and get tires, because you probably could draw a couple more back with you. You probably could get, from about, if you were in 5th place and you pitted, I'm sure everybody behind you would have followed suit. Not quite sure how many people just pitted on that pit cycle right there. It looks like the 33 of Brian Musco Jr. is on pit road at this point in time. The 99 of Eric Blunt, the 843 of Brian Britt, the 67 of Paul Berthwick, all on pit road right now. The 04 of Will Schmidt, getting ready to come off of pit road. Eric Blunt's now making his way off of pit road. Let's mention a driver I haven't really said much about. Mentioned him in a couple of the talent races. The 92 of Christopher Matthews, now being able to break into the top 10. Haven't really spoke about him all night long. Able to make an appearance late. The 87 of Carl Dotson. If you remember, he ducked out from the front pack really early in the race. Able to now drive his way back up into the 5th position. Gavin Martin driving the 24 machine. He's always been around last year. And guess what? He's right here at the end again. Got a couple of new faces up front that I'd really like to just shout out and mention. The 96 of Alan Westman, he started running with us late last season. The 072 of Jeffrey Vanderfort, 1st and 2nd right now. Good run going on for them gentlemen right there. And then 7th and 8th we have the 21 of Jared. I'm not going to screw your name up, Jared. Scott LeCaux. Both of them gentlemen are new to the league. The 92 of Christopher Matthews is pretty new to the league. So we have 3 or 4 newer drivers in the top 10. That's always a good sight to see. Lets us know that we know talent when we see it, and that's why we bring you over here, because this is where legends are born, where legacies are made here at Next Gen Racing on iRacing.com. Running the High Country Trucking Series Season 3. We've had hugely successful first 2 seasons here on iRacing. Just now getting cranked back up into Season 3 at Daytona International Super Speedway. We always like to open it up just like in real life with the granddaddy of them all here at Daytona International Speedway. Something I haven't checked on in a long time was the weather. Remember I mentioned maybe the track would tighten up or something of that nature, but it looks like the air temperature is only cooled off 1 degree. The track temperature is still maintaining that 79 degree track temperature, so not sure much has actually changed besides the scenery. Being able to see to now having to deal with shade and the lights. We're going to have to see what unfolds under this restart. I'm sure it's going to be one that's going to be talked about for over the next 3, 4, 5 days. maybe even all the way up to next Sunday night when we go back green flag racing. I'll tell you what, tonight has been, I mean, personally, in my opinion, tonight has been a pretty good super speedway restrictor plate racing. You know, not a ton of cautions, as we're only working lap 5. About 20 laps of green flag. I mean, yellow flag pacing. So not too horrible. I mean, we go green flag the rest of the way here. That's 80 green flag laps, and I mean that's a hell of a job. I'll tell you that much. Not too many other group of drivers can say that they can get together and run 80 out of 100 laps at a restrictor plate race. I mean, that speaks volumes into itself to all of the amazingly talented truck drivers we have here at Next Gen Racing. Just glad I can bring you all of the great side-by-side action. Sure, we're going to get to beating and banging. See what goes on here. See whose crew chiefs have told them, their drivers, you know, hey, bud, we're going to have 3 to go here. It's checkers or wreckers, baby. We're going to see what happens as the pace car's coming off of turn 3 and 4. Getting ready to make that hard left-hand turn one more time. So he begins to duck off right here. The 96 takes off. The 43 didn't quite get as good of a start. The 96 got to be worried about that, leaving too much of a gap can allow those other trucks to come down. The 24 tries to make a move to the bottom to leave that 072 on the outside. Able to do it now as Gavin Martin slots in down there behind the 43 of Craig Learman, pushing them. Gonna see what happens here. We're still green flag racing out of turn 2. 3 laps to go. Oh, truck getting loose. One out of the way. They're getting it, collecting it, wrecking off of the racing surface. That is not going to bring out a caution unless they come back up on track. Looks like they're going to come back up on track, back in the back. Caution is out. That is the race, ladies and gentlemen. Not quite sure what happened, who that was. We're going to take it back here and see if we can't find out exactly who it was. But we're going to take a look at this because looks like the 20 was involved. Is that the 20? I can't make out that number right there. Yeah, it looks like the 20 was involved. Scott LaCoy, the code, was involved in that right there. We're gonna try to see exactly what happened, as just trucks making evasive maneuvers, not being able to get a hold of it. Wrong place, wrong time. Couple of trucks out of it now. Back up on track, trying to keep it under control. Let's see if everybody. Oh, and the 57 of Damon Cox collected late on that wreck. Looks like your leader will be Alan Westman in that 96 machine, able to take the win. Carl Dotson battling back up to what appears to be a 5th place finish. I'll tell you what, big man of the night right here, coming in 7th. The 33 of Brian Mescal Jr. able to come back and have a damn good solid finish after being down multiple laps, or at least appearing to be down multiple laps. Maybe we'll be able to get confirmation on that after the race, whether or not he was down any laps or how many laps he was down. We're gonna start seeing who we can get to tonight and who wants to speak. Not sure who we're going to be able to get to, whose media personalities we have out there that can get a hold of drivers. Looking to see if we have anybody that could get to our leader, our winner, the 96 of Alan Westman. I do not believe we're going to be able to get to an interview with him tonight. doesn't look like he's gonna be available. So we're actually gonna go through the field here, maybe pick up a couple different drivers if we can at the end of this as we're working the last lap under caution here tonight. 100 of 100 laps almost complete at Daytona International Super Speedway High Country Trucking Series season number 3. Alan Westman's going to be your race 1 winner, punching his ticket on to the chase. Going to see if he can build some points later off of these wins. Playing around with the fellas right there, it looks like, trying to act like he's going to pit road even though we're still under green flag here. Shaking the truck around just a little bit. As he's able to get that win right there. There you have it, folks. Next Gen Racing's High Country Trucking Series, race number 1 here at Daytona International Super Speedway. Your winner, the 96 of Alan Westman. Not quite sure what all of these other drivers are going to be doing here. Maybe some giving congratulatory remarks and things of that nature. But we're going to try to leave it on your winner here. See if he goes around and gives us one hell of a burnout. See what happens with it. As there you have your top 5. The 96 of Alan Westman, the 43 of Craig Learman, the 072 of Jeffrey Vandervoort, the 24 of Gavin Martin, and the 5th to 87 of Carl Dawson. Must be some teammate action there as the 43 is doing a couple burnouts with his buddy, the 96 there. And there you have it, folks. That was our action here tonight from Daytona International Super Speedway. Glad everybody could join us tonight. So we're going to try to get a hold of the 87 driver, Carl Dawson. You got a copy? What's going on, man? Had a pretty good race out there. Noticed earlier you were running up front and kind of just ducked out of the way there for a while. Did you see something you didn't like getting ready to happen? Premonitions? What happened there? Yeah, man, it was a blast to watch up in the booth, but being in the truck is a whole different story down there. Not gonna keep you very long as it's starting to get late for everybody, but any particular shout outs other than the ones you've already mentioned tonight? Well, man, Carl, we all appreciate that. Every one of us doing our different duties up here this year. Look forward to seeing you next week. And hope to pull you up and talk to you again up there. We're going to see if we can't get a hold of the 33 of Brian Misko Jr. now. Brian, you got a copy? Buddy, I'm not quite sure if I was reading everything tonight, but it looks like you had a wickedly crazy up and down night. At one point in time, you were showing up about 3 laps down on my screen. Did that happen? Okay, there must have been just something screwy with that thing, because I was like, wait a minute now. That 33 truck was down a couple laps, and he's up here in the top 10 now. That's a hell of a drive, but I mean, finished 7th. Did you get into anything tonight, or did you manage to keep the fenders on it most of the night? Yeah, it looked like a little bit of mayhem there at the end. I quite didn't catch exactly everything that happened. Trucks got a little loose, tried to correct again, and then just all hell broke loose. So nobody's real fault, I guess. They just when you get these trucks sideways like that, you of all people know from that seat sometimes it's hard to catch them. But think this is a good start to your defending your championship this year? All right, man. Well, it's getting late, so I'm gonna let you go. Anything you'd like to say before I let you go? Same to you, buddy. 10-4. We'll catch you next week at the track. All right, there you have it. Like I said, here tonight from Daytona International Super Speedway, we had the Next Gen Racing High Country Trucking Series Season 3 opener, 100 laps. Your winner, 96, Alan Westman, able to punch his ticket onto the chase. As long as he meets the other criteria throughout the rest of this racing season, he should be able to walk on into that first round of the chase with his head held high, possibly stack on a couple of chase points as we go through the season. If he gets himself another couple wins, should be good to see that. As we're gonna let the running order, the finishing order, run right there. As just talk just a little bit more about some of our key sponsors out there that I didn't get a chance to mention earlier. As I said, as always, Dale Earnhardt Chevrolet, they've been a part of this group and a part of one of our main drivers, our defending series champions, life for a very long time. So we're always happy to have them on board. One of our newer sponsors, 946 Designs. That's Travis Smith and Justin Walters. They're painting machines, and I'll tell you what, if you need a sharp machine out here on the track, those are the two guys to look up and hit up. They have a Facebook page put together for you. You can find them there, make your requests, and interact with them, get your paint schemes up and running. I also like to thank all of my guys, all of my kids out there at Haywood Elite Wrestling Club. Gentlemen put on a hell of a show tonight. Hell of a way to win that tournament championship tonight, guys. And yeah, like I said, we got Dale Earnhardt Chevrolet. Always glad to have them on board. Want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight to the Next Gen Racing Productions broadcast on Twitch and YouTube of the High Country Trucking Series, brought to you by Next Gen Racing on iRacing.com. Look forward to seeing you guys next week, same time, same place.